Oh, hello. Happy Wednesday, my friends. Today is Wednesday and we download on Wednesday, and I am super excited about our topic today. And it was inspired by, I had with my team last night, we did a consultant only glow facial and did the whole thing and answered questions and talked about product and just like really into it, a hands-on training. And it was so much fun, but also it was so telling to me that there's still a lot of confusion and overwhelmedness maybe with the product line. And so that got me thinking, okay, if we're overwhelmed or we're confused about the product line for our own face, then we're overwhelmed and confused about the product line when it comes to our customers. And if we're overwhelmed and confused there, our recruiting probably isn't very strong because it's not very confident. And it also could be a little like we're we're not in there as much as we need to be with our team members with product. So that's the inspiration that today came with. So hi Shelly, I'm so glad that you learned a ton. I would love to hear specifically what you learned, because that always makes me better and makes our teaching and training better, and also makes me know where we're dropping the ball, because I want to be on it. You know me. You know me. Okay. So in my job on Wednesdays, and my goal on Wednesdays is for you guys to help fill in the gaps maybe of where your business needs a little bit of tweaking, where your mindset needs a little bit of refinement, or just any skill set that you're like, yeah, I want to get better about that. I want to grow. I want to make a difference in my business and in my life. And because your business is the vehicle to get what you want out of life. It is not the destination. So make sure that you guys know that. And if that's a new thing for you and you're like, oh, that's probably true, I probably do need like to what I'm doing with this business, go back and watch one of my earlier podcasts in this podcast. This is episode 17, by the way. So exciting. Go back and watch the one of how to attach a business goal to a personal goal, I think is what that, or how to never fail at a goal. It's one of those titles. Go back and watch that if you need like a really good refresher on what are we doing here, and why are we here, and why do we want to be a great consultant, and why do we want to be a great leader and recruiter? Why are those things important? Why do you want it enough to sink your teeth in it, to get better at it, to grow? Those are questions you really want to know the answer to. Oh, Sarah, yes, please go back and watch all of the others. This has probably been one of my most favorite things I've ever done. And I know that sounds crazy. And I love doing social media things. I love being able to teach on, in a 90 seconds or 30 seconds to teach about product and things like that. But I will tell you, Wednesdays, this podcast has been surprisingly very fulfilling, very I'm like because it feels so authentic to me. I mean, everything I do, it is authentic. It is all me. But this right here, this kind of environment, me talking to you guys, that I know if you're with me on Wednesdays, you want more, and you want to grow, and you want to be better, and you want to do better, and you want all of those things. And I feel like that audience, that's the audience that I want. I want people that are hungry. In fact, that's the answer I always give when people are like, what qualities do you look for in team members or people to work with and things like that? And my answer, resoundingly, always, consistently, is I want hungry people. I can teach anything else. Anything else can be grown. A skill set can be grown. I want hungry, because hungry people don't tend to sit in things that are tripping them up. They figure out how to get through overthinking or overwhelmed or bad time management or bad habits or any of those things. Hungry people figure it out faster. It may take a hot second. And I'm not saying it's like, just like that and we solve all our problems. But for the most part, hungry people are just willing to go mess up a whole lot more than people that are just kind of sitting back and waiting for it to be perfect. Hungry people got to eat, right? So I just appreciate Wednesdays. So thank you guys for being with me and downloading with me and giving me a place to share 21 years of Mary Kay knowledge and things I've learned. I think it's the one of the best things about this business is that I don't make any money doing this, right? When you go to retreat, like we have retreat this weekend, so excited. Oh, I love retreat. I love fall advance. Oh my gosh, I live for Mary Kay events. They they just ignite everything. But like we get to teach, you get the honor of teaching. So I'm teaching a couple classes on this weekend, and it's not because you get paid. It's not because you make money. It's because that's what we do in this business. I've been to retreats and fall advances for 21 years. This will be my 21st, fall advance that I get to go to. And somebody poured into me and somebody changed my life and somebody took what they know, passed it on to me. I took it and I ran with it and changed my life. That's what I want this to be. This is me just giving back the things that have been taught to me. Your job is to take it and run with it and then hopefully turn around and transfer that information to somebody else and take somebody with you. This business is way more fun when you bring people with you. And I have done it all the ways. I've done it because I needed the money and I needed survival. I've done it out of just sheer, I've got plenty and let's just give the rest away. I've done it both ways and it's much more fun the second way, but both of them are acceptable. So, okay, let's talk about the very simple thing that you can do in your business to be a better consultant and a better team member, to recruiter, leader, all of those things. And as you guessed it, it is product. Okay. Now, there's two different philosophies of why Mary Kay Ash formed this company, and both are true. So you will hear, if you've been raised in Mary Kay, two different ways, that the marketing plan and the business is the number one. That's true. You've also could be raised in Mary Kay that product is vital and selling of the product is vital. That is also true. Both are very true. And so what I want you to know is that if you want to grow in this business, I want you to be a master of the marketing plan. I want you to dip into all the marketing plan, but nothing happens until somebody sells something. We have to know this product. We have to use this product, and we have to be able to communicate this product at a very, very high level if we want the other things to work as well. So I am a product girl. You guys know that I'm a product girl. I believe in what this business does, but the product is the base of this. This is the linchpin, the crux, the foundation of what we do. And I think that has exponentially grown throughout the years. Never before has the beauty industry been so competitive. And women are much more savvy and much more knowledgeable about ingredients and products. I mean, 20 years ago, nobody cared what was in something. Nobody. Does it work? Is it cost effective? Is it easy to use? That is the only thing they cared about. Now people know that they need retinol. They just need to find the right retinol. They know that they need a vitamin C. They know they want a hyaluronic acid. Like, people are so savvy and it's so competitive out there. So what I want you to do is, if this is not your strong suit, I want you to make it your strong suit. I want you to dig in and build a skill set of being a high product knowledge consultant. Okay. Because, and then your first thing is what you're using. I went to college at Truman State University. It is the Harvard of the Midwest. It sounds so funny to say that, but that's actually what they called. That's what they called it. I don't think that's a legitimate statement, but that is what they called it. And I was a criminal justice major. And one of my favorite things about my classes, specifically in criminal justice, were the people that taught the classes. And most of our classes were at night in criminal justice, which was not great for my social life, but it was because they would bring people from the field. So the person that taught my parole and probation class was a probation and parole officer. So they would bring people from the field and they would teach our classes. It made the classes so much more interesting, so much more real, so much more relatable, entertaining, all of those things because it was from hands-on experience. That is how I want you to treat your business. I don't want you to just share things that are on In Touch and you share it with your customers. I don't want you just to take one of my reels on retinol. I just posted one, by the way. Go check it out. I do want you to share it, of course, but I want you to share it because it's a layer, because you've been talking about retinol with them for a month now because you've been using it for a month now. You have to have hands-on experience with this product. The days of posting something, a flyer that you saw, or somebody else is doing something fun and you're not doing it, but you still want to sell it, guys, the market is too competitive for that. People are too savvy for that. If you want to make a difference with people, and I know you do, that is why you're in this business, is you need hands-on experience and you need to be able to share it with them. So we're not going to teach theory. We're going to teach in it, right? We got to teach in it. And another thing with speaking of this general idea and social media, this is why Mary Kay Corporate, Ryan Rogers, is super, 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 let me just say it again, super encouraging for us to be talking about product, about the company on our social media. Like he wants us, this is like one of his number one initiatives is to grow our social media presence because he understands that when the company does stock photos, when the company puts out beautiful graphics, when the company hires an actress to do a campaign, those things are great, wonderful, but they are not even a fraction as effective as user-generated content. And user-generated content are the reels that I do for myself and for you and my customers. Or that you take a picture of retinol in your hand. You don't take the picture, the really beautiful picture that they put out. That's a great picture. It's not relatable. It's not hands-on experience. It's theory. It's not as valuable as a user-generated content. Same with teaching. Same with customer service. Same with product knowledge. Okay. So hopefully I hit that point. That took me like 3 minutes to make that point, but it's so vital. And maybe next week we'll talk social media. I think that's probably a good idea for us to talk social media. But the idea is that you've got to know. Like I actually see my consultants sharing pictures of product that I know they're not using. And they wonder why their social media isn't working and they're not selling anything. Guys, women are way too smart for that. They know when you lie into them. And if you're not 100% full of integrity, then you're kind of lying to them, in my opinion. So what I know for sure in 21 years is that I sell well over $40,000 personally every single year because I do national quarter sales. So I know that I sell more than that every single year. And without a shadow of a doubt, 1,000,000%, it's because I use it. And so I believe in it at a level that's like way up here, way up here. It doesn't just sound good. It doesn't just, hey, I trust Mary Kay, so I know it's good. Yeah, that's like right here. That's great. I know it to be true here because I put it on my face every single day. And I've got customers that use it every single day. So I know I sell more because I use more. And I know that I recruit more people on my team because I make more money. I know that when I'm confident in my product and in my business, which is kind of the same thing, that I'm going to be more successful. So that once again, it's by example. Mary Kay Ash would always say there's 3 ways to lead: by example, by example, and by example. And it's one of my favorite quotes. Quote her all the time on this. But that's for leadership. It also is the best selling strategy. The best selling strategy I can give you is by example, by example, and by example. Just tell them what you're doing. Just tell them what you're doing and why you love it. It's the same thing with recruiting. Just tell them what you're doing and why you love it. But if you're not doing it and you're not making the money that you want, I bet your recruiting isn't great. because you don't have a by example, And even, okay, so let me take this step one back. Even if you are not making the kind of money that you want to make, whatever that level is, you can still be a very good recruiter based on your own product usage, because you can sell by example and hands-on experience how much product you love and why you use it and what you love about it. So you can still be a great recruiter because you can recruit based on your love of product. So don't say, well, that Heather said I can't recruit people if I'm not making the kind of money I want to make. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. You can use the confidence in the product. In fact, that's kind of always been my cheat code. When I've had many seasons of my career, not many, one really bad one. It was like 5 years, and it was really, it was unfortunate. It's not my favorite, let's just say, but it got me here. And so I'm thankful for it. But that season taught me that I wasn't making the kind of money I needed to make. Man, I was hustling though. I was doing the parties. I was doing everything that I needed to be doing during those. But it was a grind. I was in the hustle time period. When my confidence was low, I always was confident in the product, and I would let the product sell itself. Have you heard that 100,000 times? The product will also recruit itself for you, but you got to get in there with it, and you got to be using it at a very high level so you can share it at a very high level. Okay, now let's talk specific products. I'm gonna go old school with you. I'm gonna take a lookbook with you. This is what I want you to do. Your homework here today is go to page 28. I just use the catalog in the back. That's like the only thing I use out of a lookbook. They are beautiful, but I love the catalog in the back. And we're gonna go through it, because what I want you to do is you have to make a list of everything that you're gonna buy for yourself. If you have not tried it, you have to buy it and you have to use it. Those are my instructions. Now, you do not have to marry it. If you don't like it or you don't need it, like HA plus ceramide, it's not a product for my skin. My skin is very oily. I've tried hyaluronic acid topically, and I've also had it in one of my collagen things, and my body just doesn't love it. So I can still sell HA plus ceramide. It's an incredible product. I don't use it every day, but I did use it for 2 months for one booster, and I know exactly what it feels like. I know exactly what it smells like. I know exactly what it does for your skin. If you have that skin type, which is 90% of most people need HA plus ceramide. So I didn't marry it, but I had to take it on a date. So you've got to get it. You've got to get it. You've got to try it. You've got to have experience with it. Okay. I've also seen some consultants post their routines. You've seen me post my routine, right? Have you seen that on my Facebook or my Instagram? It's extensive. Do you know every single time I post it, I sell a truckload of product or I recruit somebody? If you're trying to be the less is more girl and that's your shtick, go, just get it. I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. I think that's a great niche, but there are a lot of people that say they want less, but they really want results. They will do more and they will spend more if they can get the results they're actually looking for. People really, really come out of the woodwork when I post that, because they're like, oh, okay, that's what she uses. That's what I need to do. I tell them what they want, what they need, because women are so sick of buying stuff that doesn't work for them. And I feel like we lose a lot of consultants, and I feel like we lose a lot of customers because they're not getting the results they need because they're not using enough of the product. And so I'm willing to be a little extra to show people, if you want the more, then you got to do the more. And they will. Not everybody, but there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, that's what you need to do? Okay. So don't be scared. Don't try to be just bare minimum, because I feel like bare minimum gets you bare minimum. Go be the extra girl. It's like the trainer at the gym that's super, super lean, like almost so lean that I'm like, girl, like you got to eat a hamburger. Like you got just a hamburger, like get a hamburger. Sometimes you need a little hamburger, but her job is to be a little extra. Her job is to be a little too perfect, a little too lean. I am mad about that. My job is to be a little extra. I'm going to use all the stuff and more, because that's my job. I'm the beauty girl. I'm the Mary Kay girl. I'm the skincare girl. I'm the makeup girl. That's my job. And I'm good with it. I'm really good with being the extra because I want to set that bar and I want to be, you can't expect great results if you don't use all the stuff. Okay. So your job is to go through this lookbook with me and make a wish list because I want you to use it for yourself, be able to talk about it on social media, but I want you to recruit with it. I want you to recruit people to use this product. I mean, I think I had like 6 consultants last month drop off my report. They never even ordered. Well, they never ordered because they don't use the product. That's not what we're looking for. Recruit people to use the product. So one of the very first things that you're going to do with them is you're going to do what I'm going to do with you, and we're going to go through the lookbook, and you're going to tell them exactly what they need. Don't think because they came from your customer base or because they recruited from a party that they know what to use. They don't. I will tell you, last night, after spending an hour with some top consultants, they don't even know what to use. So don't think that a customer does. So please take that away. As soon as they sign up, walk them through what they need to be using for the goals that they have for their skin. And go back to them. Like if you've got a team that is seasoned, that have been around for a while, call them, do a facial on Zoom, book an appointment to just do this with them. I promise it'll give you a great opportunity. And this is what people will do. Oh my gosh, I did use that. I love that. I forgot about that. Or, oh, I ran out of that. And gosh, I've been meaning to reorder that. Or, you know what? I've been looking at Heather's reels and she's been talking about retinol. I've just been scared to use it. All of those things you will get, but you need to take the time and really go through with them. So you can go back to people, you can do your checkups, recruit. As soon as you recruit somebody, take them through that. And especially if you're using the layering sheet to recruit, which I hope you are, that's in my podcast as well. My approach to team building is there's a lot of product centered layers in there because I want them to recruit to use the product. They will stay with you longer. They'll be more successful. They'll have more customers, the more product that they're excited about. Okay, so on page 28, this is what I would do. This is how I'm going to go through it. So just do it for you, but also think of your future team members, things like that. If you are over the age of 25 and you have normal to dry skin, you need to use Voluform Repair. Okay. Period. It's the very best. Everybody starts at Voluform Repair. Okay. Unless they can't use it. If you can use it and you are past the age of puberty, okay, 25, then you need to use Voluform Repair because it's the best. Now, the only exception in there is if you're a combination of oily or budget. But other than that, so every consultant needs to be using Voluform Repair. You get 50% discount. Like, yeah, you need to be using the entire system. So the miracle set is if you can't use Voluform Repair. Does that make sense? It's not the go-to. It's okay, I can't use that. Now I have to go there. So if you're combination of oily, then of course you're going to come down to the miracle set. Now you're also going to come up to Voluform and go, okay, I can't use the whole set. Like I can't use the whole set, but I can use the eye cream and I can use the lifting serum. So and during the winter, maybe I can get away with some of the night cream occasionally. Sometimes, maybe, possibly. And of course, Radiance Facial Peel is my favorite product in the entire world. So you don't just put people in a set of something and then call it good. We want as much Voluform as we possibly can handle, and then we'll come back down if we need to. Okay, so pick a skincare set. That's a skincare set you want to do. Now, it's okay if you pick and choose. I use something from every single line. I use something from Mary Kay skincare line. I use something from Clearproof. I use something from TimeWise, and I use something from Repair. I am all over the gamut. I've always been, that's just my face. And I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to just do the Mary Kay skincare line because I'm oily and blemish prone. I need the anti-aging. So I'm going to have to pull in from other things as well. Okay. So make sure you're using an eye cream twice a day. Why use one when you can use 2 different ones? Eye renewal cream at night. And I love the TimeWise eye cream in the morning. It's like a little Instagram filter. That right there, that's a whole reel that you can do on social media, or a tip Tuesday that you're going to post in your Facebook group, or something that you're going to share at a facial on Friday that, oh, people are like, oh, yeah, yeah, I want that. I want the oil that Mary Kay, the eye renewal cream is the only eye cream that has oil in it. I want the oil at night, and I want the Instagram filter during the morning. Just things like that can make the massive difference, but you don't know that until you try it on yourself. Don't try to sell it from a theory. Go put it on your face and tell me what you think. You're gonna be like, she was right. I know. So pick your skincare set. Now let's pick your masks. Here's your mask. Everybody needs charcoal mask. Oily girls need it more often than dry girls, but everybody needs it at least once a week. Moisture renewing gel mask. Everybody needs it. Dry girls need it more, oily girls need it less, but everybody needs it. Sleep in it. After your moisturizer, after your night cream at night, sleep in it a couple times a week. Game changer. Great tip, right? Well, you don't know it's a great tip until you do it. And you wake up the next morning and you're like, oh, hello. These are things that you have to experience for yourself. You don't know how great of a mini to-go set is until you go travel international and you have to wash your face in the tiny little the plane bathroom at night and in the morning, because I always wash my face, whether I'm flying overnight or not, I'm washing my face. Like, that little mini thing saved my life. I loved it. It made me feel kind of bougie in first class. So it was very cool. But these are tips that you've got. Don't try to bare minimum it, experience it, go get it and use it for travel. Okay. Microdermabrasion. Everybody needs it at least once a week. My oily girls with large pores and clogged pores and acne scarring, you need it more. 2-3 times a week. Radiance facial peel, favorite product, most favorite product in our entire line. You need it. If you're not using it 2 to 3 times a week, you're missing out on the JLo glow, babe. It's the linchpin. It makes everything else better. Makes your makeup sit better. It makes your anti-aging work more effective. It makes your hydration work more effective. Even makes your acne products work more effective. It's what stops just the buildup of dead, dull skin. So everything works better. Okay, next, I want you to pick some extras. Pick some serums. I think everybody needs replenishing serum C+E. Incredible brightener for your skin. And when you pair it with your orange booster, your ferulic acid plus niacinamide, you're going to get a 74% boost in brightness of skin tone. Well, what's the number one thing that makes you look older? Dull, uneven skin, sun damage, sunspots. It's not lines and wrinkles. It's uneven skin tone. It's redness. It's blotchiness. It's all those things. So we have a power set of replenishing serum C+E and ferulic acid and niacinamide booster. I just said 4 ingredients that will rock your socks. And especially when you use them together twice a day, unless you're using retinol at night, then you don't need it. But that right there is a huge thing to be able to go get. Now, do you need a vitamin C plus resveratrol line reducer? Do you have lines and wrinkles? Yes, I do. That booster twice a day, unless you're using retinol at night. HA plus ceramide, hydration booster, plumpness of skin, softness of skin, a texture of skin. Great for my normal to dry girls twice a day. You can use that one with retinol. And then AHA, PHA. Do you need something super sensitive exfoliator that you just sleep in? It's not a mask. It's not a cream. It's just, you put it on your face, you go to sleep, and you wake up the next day and you're a little bit brighter, you're a little bit softer, you're a little bit fresher. So that Clinical Solutions line, guys, down here, this is the star of the Mary Kay line right here. You need to be using, I think, at least 3 boosters. I mean, I'll give you 2, but 3 would be preferable. 4 would be even better. And then your dynamic wrinkle limiter and your retinol 0.3. This right here, this is the stuff that you need on, and you need your customers on immediately, because this line right here will change their face. But the problem is people are buying this, the Miracle Set 3D, thinking that they're going to have these results. It's not true. these results are the ones they want, but they don't know how to use the product. It feels overwhelming. It doesn't really make any sense. So that's where you want to lean in. You can't lean in if you don't have that personal experience with it. So go, if you haven't ordered retinol point 3, I'm gonna smack your hand, put your hand out, I'm gonna get it. That's a product that you need on your face immediately. Immediately. Because it's like taking all the boosters and putting them into one, plus an exfoliator. That's what retinol does for you. It does everything. There's nothing better in the world than retinol on your face. And the only reason why it's not my favorite product is because Radiance Facial Peel is the thing that allows retinol to do its job. So it's just because she's like, if you're a football girl, I'm a football girl. She's like the left tackle. Radiance Facial Peel is the left tackle. And retinol is like the quarterback. Retinol is going to do all the work. But if you're not blocked, if you're not saving somebody's blind side, then it doesn't really matter. You're going to get squished. Sorry, there's football for you. Chiefs had a rough week this week, which means I had a rough week this week. I was up late and we lost. God, terrible. Okay, Mary Kay skincare line. That's like the new classic basic. If you've been around as long as I have, the new classic basic is an incredible line. Don't let this little line fool you. Don't let that mattifying and hydrating line go under the radar. These are key for our young, sensitive skin people, but they're also key for you. So if you have special skin, right here, I use the mattifying moisturizer every day, twice a day. It's the only thing that doesn't break me out. It's amazing. I also use the balancing toner, pH balancing toner. I want you to go get it, order it, put it on your wish list, put it in your cart. You need it. Every time you wash your face, I want you to use pH balancing toner. It actually will neutralize the pH of your skin after you wash your face and allow your actives to work better. And your actives are Clinical Solutions, Clear Proof, Serum C plus E, retinol, like all those things are active. They have active ingredients that are actively improving your skin. Your pH balancing toner neutralizes that pH so your actives work better and faster, AKA save you money and save you time. So get that toner. It is amazing. Amazing, amazing. Clear Proof, incredible line for people that are acne prone. I use 2 of those products, acne treatment gel and blemish control toner, have forever. Oh, and charcoal mask, of course. So those are things that, let's talk about them. Let's put them on your skin. What, like if you've got, when I have a product line that I can't use on my face, anything for dry skin or normal skin, I can't use on my face. Then I'm like, okay, who can use it? My neighbor has a girl that she's a teenager and she'd be a really great test for this. So I will give her a set and say, use this for a week and then tell me what you think. Tell me everything. Tell me everything. That's why I do skincare trials. Tell me everything about this for your skin so I can use their testimonial. Sometimes you'll need to do that to fill in the arsenal to give you that hands-on experience. Of course, Mary Kay men's line, amazing. Targeted action toning lotion with nourishing oil in it every single day, anti-aging for your body. Incredible tip. Are you selling it? Not if you're not using it. You're not. So get in there with that nourishing oil and toning lotion every day. Your little extras at the bottom, your little hydration extras, if you need them. These aren't things that you need to use every single day unless you do. Extra Emollient Night Cream. I don't use it. My husband, we buy it like 5 at a time because during the winter, his hands split and crack because he's a contractor and he's got super dry skin just naturally. He bathes his hands and feet into Extra Emollient Night Cream. So I know it works because I see it happening on the bed. I know what it's doing over there. Oil-free hydrating gel. Great product for cellular hydration for normal, really for normal to oily girls. If you're super dry, intense moisturizing cream, it's going to up the ante on your hydration level. So make sure that if you need one of those, you're like, oh, I do need more hydration. Like I've got my mother-in-law uses the Voluform Repair line. She does everything, but then she has to put intense moisturizing cream on top of her moisturizer. I would be like one zit right here if I did that, but that's how dry she is. So do you have somebody in your life that is just so dry? That's a great combination for them. Of course, our eye makeup remover, micellar water. If you're not double cleansing with micellar water before your cleanser, oh, you're missing out on the greatest skin of your life. So go do that. Hydrogel eye patches. I know you have them. Do you use them 5 times a week? Then you're not using them right, because you can't, with confidence, tell every single person that walks into your world that they need hydrogel eye patches, because they do. But you got to use them 5 times a week, 4 or 5 times a week. Okay. So go, like, this is what I'm talking about as far as hands-on experience. Get into the product line, order it. You don't have to ever order it again. You get full permission to not have to order it again, but you got to have this experience. Have you tried our sunscreens? You know that it's ridiculous for me to love a sunscreen so much, but I do. Our mineral sunscreen, incredible. How would you know that though? If you're like, oh, it's just a sunscreen, I don't need it. Yes, you do. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's wonderful. Our bath products, our spa products, of course, satin hands, satin lips, things like that. Of course, CC creams and foundations and finishing sprays. So I want you to go through this catalog and make sure you're using everything. You don't have to be less is more. You don't have to be bare minimum. The more you use, the better consultant you will be, the better team member you will be, because you're going to turn around and you're going to teach your team how to do this and what to do. Why would you order one lipstick? Why are you using the same lipstick every day? Why don't you, have you seen my lipstick bag? I don't know. 100? I don't know. I have every lip liner that's great for my coloring. I have every lipstick that's great for my coloring. I have every lip gloss, except the brown ones. No. Don't need brown lip gloss. You don't have to get that. You don't have to date that one. You're fine. Eye colors, cheek colors. Don't get a palette. All of them. All of them need them. Mascara. Do you love a couple? I could do a couple of them and be super happy. But I've tried every single one. So I know Lash Intensity is a great mascara. It makes big, fat, mamma jamma lashes. It's not for me. My eyes are very sensitive, and I don't even like mascara on my eyes. I don't like makeup. There's a little fun fact about me. I love the way it looks. I don't love the way that my eyes get heavy and tired and things like that. My eyes are just so crazy sensitive. But I know Lash Intensity is awesome because I used it. It's not the one I'm marrying. I'm marrying Great Heights, baby. I had to get a divorce from Panorama because Great Heights came in. And I was like, I didn't even want Great Heights. And I wasn't going to use it. Isn't that funny? I wasn't going to use it, but we got one for free. So I used it and I was like, oh. And I would have missed out on that because I didn't think I needed it because I was okay using what I was doing. Are you okay doing what you're doing? And you're like, Heather, I realize I'm on Wednesdays and I said I'm hungry and I said I wanted to grow, but this is a lot. Yeah, it is. Go try it. You will thank me later. And I'll get a handwritten note that says, thank you so much for introducing me to these products. They changed my skin. My skin boost camp that is on in this podcast from several months ago. I have gotten so many comments about change skin, helping their family change skin, helping customers change skin. That's how we do it. That's how we do it, girls. We do it ourselves and then we share it with somebody else. But you cannot lead where you do not go, and you can't teach what you do not know. That's going to be my closing argument. This is my sales pitch, guys. This is my closing argument is you cannot lead where you do not go, and you cannot teach what you do not know. And you cannot sell what you do not use. I want you to be the very best Mary Kay consultant in the entire world. I want you to be the very best Mary Kay team builder in the entire world. And a big part of that lies right in that lookbook, right? Lies right in that vanity. And don't hoard our perks. 50% discount on our product. Don't hoard that with people. There are people that would love the opportunity to have 50% of every single thing that came in this book. Don't hoard it. Share that with them. Share how much you love this product and share that they can love it too at a massive discount. It's incredible. So go back with your team, go back with your customers if you need to, and then moving forward, lean into this part and really dig into product. I think it'll change the complexion of your business. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I hope this was helpful. I never know. So please talk to me. Please give me comments. Please give me feedback. Um, something that was helpful, something that you have more questions about. Let's talk social media next week. So if you've got any specific questions on social media, ask them beforehand so I can make sure that when I jot down my notes, I can get those answered for you guys. So like, comment, share it all. Hey, Shandon, you're doing excellent on social media. I've been seeing your stories. Don't think I have been seeing. I've been noticing you're doing very, 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 very well. But once again, the more product that you're using, the more content you have, the more experience you have, the more things you can share with them. And social media is all about consistency. All about consistency. Okay. Okay. See you next week. Like, comment, share me. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Just kidding. I do. Mwah! Bye.